Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. There was just something on the screen, real quick, that I think was blocking. I don't. Hopefully, it didn't mess up the video. How are you doing today? It's Andrew. Um, so when I say welcome in, and I'm gonna give it a few seconds for people to come in. Please leave a comment saying where you're from in the world and how's the weather. Hopefully, you're having a good day there. What'd you do today? Blah blah blah. Anything, right? Um, Hopefully, you're having a great day. Um, So while we wait, just the usual things I say, my little introduction. So I want to talk about something real quick. A lot of people are using AI wrong. I'm not trying to tell you you're doing something wrong, but if you try to use AI and you didn't get the results you wanted, just know that you could have actually gotten the result you wanted, but you would have to know how to do it. That doesn't mean what you did was wrong. It could have meant that you were maybe not informed enough. Maybe you didn't know exactly how to get the results you want. Your intention was there and you could have done everything to the best of your knowledge, but there's knowledge on how to do things and get more results. Because what happens is there's people out there who are using AI to get the exact results they want. And if you ask them, they'll say that, oh, yeah, I'm using AI correctly. They can say that because they are actually getting the results, the exact results they want, right? And you can do that too. And you can learn how to, right? Or you can even you can even be given the prompts, right? A lot of people are using AI wrong, blah, blah, blah. They're typing basic prompts and getting basic answers and then saying AI doesn't work for them, as I just explained. This is just a general statement, right? It's not exactly black and white how it always goes, right? Something came on the screen again. And them trying to type in a prompt and getting the result, and then it doesn't give them the results they want from the result that they got from their prompt. That's just like, the example I'd like to use, them going to the gym, and then only sitting in their car in the parking lot and not knowing they could go into the gym. Obviously, it's more important. It's more obvious what to do if you pull into a parking lot of a location, right? But it's the same logic. You didn't know you could go and get results from the thing that you bought a gym membership, or you were invited somewhere, whatever. You didn't know you could do anything else other than just drive into the parking lot. You could have left your car and went inside the building and experienced something and gotten some type of result, right? So, but that's just like knowing what a correct prompt or a high quality prompt can do for you, right? Same type of logic. So what I do is I teach at, and what I do and what I teach at Promptify is prompt engineering. Sounds complicated, but it literally just means knowing how to talk to the AI so that the AI gives you something you can actually use. Today I'm gonna show you. I'll show you this in a certain topic, and by the end of this, you'll be able to do this yourself in about 5 minutes, or this is what I usually say. You'll be able to do it in about 5 minutes, or however long it takes you to type out the prompt, or however long it takes you to think of the prompt, think of the exact details of what type of results you want, and then type that. Because you have to actually understand what it is you want first, right? Maybe you just think about how you want to word it a little bit so you can get the exact results you want. And everything else everything I show you is inside Promptify, and the link is in my bio. And that's that. Now I'm gonna hop into the topic. Is setting everything up for today. So yeah, I'm gonna give you 5 realistic ways people are making money using AI right now. Not theory, not maybe someday. Things people are actively getting paid for today, right? Now, when I say today, yeah, it could literally be same day. Sometimes it could take some time. I'm being realistic. It could take some time, but what happens is the prompt is a value. Maybe there's a way to get money out of that prompt, right? So that could be a small process. You can even learn from AI how to do that. But what happens is it's taking you no time or effort to actually create the value if you understand how to get it. And then, you can make money from that value that you now have. there's people willing to pay for that, right? So here we go. I'll talk about method one, AI assisted freelance writing. The play would be your business. Let's say, for example, your business needs blog posts, email newsletters, or excuse me, let me put it like this, right? Not your business. I'll say businesses because you're marketing it. You could do this if you have a business as well, or if you have some type of content engine or system or whatever you have going on. But let's talk about making money via you selling this to somebody else, right? So the plays that businesses need blog posts, email newsletters, product descriptions, and website copy, right? These are a bunch of copy related things. Most don't have time to write it, and they might not even have a skilled copywriter or a contract with one, right? There's people who do I'm actually just giving some realistic information, right? There's people who do copywriting for literally a living. So what they do is there's people who literally sit down and reach out to businesses. That this is like a full-time thing that they do. They send out many emails to different businesses asking if they can write copy for the business, right? So the things I just mentioned, such as blog posts, email newsletters, product descriptions, website copy, any other like stuff that could literally be on the package of something, if it goes to that point, like anywhere where there's writing, where there has to be writing in a specific type of way, usually has to do with descriptions to describe something for the customer in a way that the customer of that niche and who is a customer of that business would like to see it and might make them more inclined to buy. So maybe the wording is coming out a certain way, maybe the certain words being used. And then also the marketing, where it's kind of like the descriptions or whatever, but marketing, like what words are being used when this product or service is being talked about. So a person would say, oh, I'll decide to look into that, or I'll get that right now. Or like, what are what words are being used that are effectively helping this business get results outside of the fact that they're already paying for marketing, outside of the fact that they're already paying for the service or product to be created, to be given to the customers, outside of the fact that they're paying workers and software and hardware to do all these things, outside of the fact that there's people spending mental and physical and they're using time and energy. They're using mental and physical energy. All these things are going into a person making a sale, right? But what happens is there's also copy as well, or there's the words being used on the marketing part of it, right? So there's copywriters who will literally go out and send out emails trying to land gigs where they write copy for companies on contract. So maybe it's up to between them and the company what they're going to be doing writing for. But companies will pay a lot of money, from hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars, for these skilled copywriters to write for them. And these people can charge per word. It depends on how things are going to be set up, right? But you could not know the skill of copywriting and understand how to tell AI to do the copywriting for you and get the same gigs. That's kind of like what I'm saying in general. But I'm going to word it a little bit differently. But literally, you could literally have the job as a copywriter, and all you have to do is figure out what type of companies you're going to outreach to, figure out what prompts to use to do the copy. So what data would you put in about the company and what type of copy you need, because the company told you what they need, or the company is just open to you giving your best work, and you put that into the AI and then get the results. So you didn't even do any writing. Your only work was to find companies, and that can even be shortcutted if you understand what you're doing, or if you ask AI on how to do it, or if you look into how copywriters find clients, right? You can just copy what they're doing. So your work is really just marketing, doing outreach to find businesses that need copywriters. And then AI does all the work, right? That's kind of me shortcutting what I'm about to say. Well, let me just re-explain this and then continue the point. To play, businesses need blog posts, email newsletters, product descriptions, and website copy. also have time to write it. They can hire people to do it. They can also hire you to not even have to do it and just use AI to do it, right? So the point, alarm just went off. Just had to close that real quick. And all right, so you can use AI to produce that first draft in 10 to 20 minutes. You edit it for accuracy and brand voice and deliver it, right? So, or you can just have AI do all of it. But what I just explained there, you can even ask the AI how to do that. So you're really doing very, very little work, basically. You're not really having to be creative. You're just maybe checking for grammar and maybe changing a few words around because, like, maybe you didn't put the name of the brand in, so you insert the name of the brand in certain places instead of it saying, let's say it's a description for a brand and a product or service in that brand, you would actually insert in the actual brand's name and the product or the service and the name of it and what, but the the copy would do the rest. So you're really just mad libbing certain parts in there that you might have not already put into the AI, right? And so to further explain that, what it pays, $75 to $300 per post. So if we're talking about specifically social media or things in that nature, I told you a different price range for other things, but I'm telling you specifically on social media what that can look like, right? Or what you can charge and what companies are used to understanding they might have to pay for that. So this is already a thing going on, right? Which is why you could even mention numbers like that. So yeah, what it pays, $75 to $300 per post, depending on the length and the niche. Legal, finance, SaaS are those niches I just mentioned are higher rates. So legal niche, the finance niche, and SaaS niche, which is like that has to do with like software and stuff like that. Software companies or companies that will package together different softwares and sell it to businesses so that the business doesn't have to go all over the place to find these softwares. They can find them from a SaaS company and then find that these SaaS companies can even tailor the technology to their company. So it's just less work on their end, right? So they can get things in package deals that are already aligned with them. Finance, there's a big deal, has to do with money. Money makes the world go around, right? Quote unquote. And then legal, in the legal field, like people need lawyers for any type of reason, if they ever have to show up in court. So those things take copy very seriously. So you can charge higher for those, right? That's just a few examples that where you're probably gonna be 300 or higher for any copy that you do, and you're not even doing it. You're just telling the AI what to give you back so that you can give it to them, right? How to start? You can create a profile on Fiverr or Upwork, even other social media platforms, and grow those platforms to funnel traffic back to Fiverr and Upwork, right? But you can even just be on Fiverr and Upwork. Those are internationally known freelancer websites. So if you get on there and you can offer this service, people are automatically just going to trust that you can actually do something. For you to even be on there, you have to be a legit actual person capable of doing anything, right? If you're claiming you are, and if you don't deliver, people can leave you bad reviews. So literally use the AI, get good reviews, get higher paying clients and more clients, right? And you didn't even have to do any of the work, right? Whole point, you're not really having to do work and getting a lot out of it and getting money. So let me just restart what I said after I segued. How to start? You create a profile on Fiverr or Upwork. Offer SEO blog posts for the niche that you choose. You can write 2 or 3 samples to show, or you ask AI to do, obviously. Most people can get their first client within 2 weeks. By the way, you can ask, like I'm saying, you can not only just get it for free from AI, you can also ask AI to teach you how to prompt for this. So like, let's say you get the $9 membership. You don't have to keep that permanently. you have access to so much. You can even have a free membership. But let's say you get the $9 and ask for them to teach you how to do this stuff. Well, you could soon just unsubscribe that from that $9 a month membership and actually know how to do all this stuff, and then just keep making the money that you can get in this niche, selling this type of service, right? Just from knowing it, which we teach you in Promptify, blah blah blah, reiterating the same points over and over again. So let me just continue real quick. So yeah, I said offer SEO blog posts for your niche when you're on Fiverr or Upwork. You can write, you can ask AI to generate 2 or 3 samples for you to show. Most people can get their first client within 2 weeks. You just have to outreach for it. Well, I was saying you can do that you can have people looking for you on Fiverr and Upwork. But I'm saying, yeah, you can get it faster if you literally just figure out what type of companies might need it, get their emails, figure out how to get their emails. Maybe you go on their websites and literally just email them. Or maybe you figure out if you can get the email of their marketing team or their CEO or somebody who's in charge there, and then email them directly so that somebody who can actually decide and give you the yes or no answer can be the one to see that email and then answer, right? Whoops. Be any business anywhere in the world, by the way. So you're not really limited by location with that either. Maybe language barrier, unless you know different languages or can tell AI that you're speaking a different language and you understand how to tell them how to make the wording come out the way it should, right? So there's really no limits to that, right? The prompt I use for this is Blog Authority Writer. It's inside Promptify. And it structures a whole article, writes the intro and headers and formats for SEO, which means that what if for example, if it's going to be text on a website, the website's going to ring up higher in Google, which is going to actually cause the company to gain way more benefit from your copy that you wrote for them. There's less marketing they'll have to do for more customers to see them if their SEO is higher. Because, like, for example, if somebody types in the name of their company on Google, they might not ring up first, but if their SEO goes up, they start ringing up higher on the first page, if not ringing up first. They might be paying people thousands of dollars to make sure that they ring up on first on Google. They might be paying people thousands of dollars to make sure that they ring up in the ads on top of Google. If you literally give them copy good enough that they ring up higher on Google, without ads, literally to the top of the page, you're literally making it so that they don't have to pay these people that amount of money, and they could probably want to pay you more to keep you, for literally what you're doing for them for free. They probably want you on more projects that you don't even have to do anything except ask the AI to do it, right? Because you're bringing now too much value off of just how you're wording things on their website alone. So you're actually now taking over some of the people who are getting paid thousands for doing marketing for them. You're taking their position, and they'll probably pay you those thousands instead. You know, that's just I'm just talking about potential that can come with something like this, right? Or why it's so important, why they pay people to do these things. Well, you can actually just be the person getting paid to do it and getting paid way more because of the amount of value you can bring. Let me just move on to the next point. So the next method is social media management with AI. So the play is local businesses, restaurants, gyms, salons, real estate agents. They need consistent social media. They need consistent social media, but have no time. You offer to manage. Okay, my fault. I'm not wording that correctly. They need social media to be ran consistently and updated a certain way. Maybe you're posting, maybe you're handling all that stuff so that they don't even have to. They might have told you maybe what pictures and wording and words to use, but you handle everything else, right? They need that ran consistently and they have no time because their workers are literally carrying out everything else that makes the business run. So you're kind of being a marketer, right? You offer to manage their posts for a monthly fee, and AI writes and formats everything. So you're just really doing posting and understanding what needs to be put into the post, and AI can help you do all that and even tell you when to do it. So you're getting better results. So you're basically doing high level marketing for them. What it pays, it can pay $300 to $800 per month per client. So if you get 3 clients, that's $900 to $2,400 per month, right? How to start: you pick a niche, message 10 local businesses, offer a free trial week, deliver, show the results, and convert to the retainer, or AKA now let's talk about you getting paid to do more after the free trial. Now that they see you can get the money, now they'll just want to pay you to continue getting the money. And what they're making probably so much money from what you're doing that they will happily pay you that amount of money, and they'll probably want to keep you there instead of paying someone else probably way more for less results. So it's up to you to negotiate the pricing, but you can get away with that pricing probably very easily because like I said, they're probably paying people way more who are not getting this same type of results or less, right? The content calendar generator inside Promptify builds 30 days of posts in one session. Move on to the third method, resume and cover letter writing. The play is that the job market is brutal. People spend weeks applying and getting ghosted. But the thing is, a well-formatted, personalized resume makes a real difference. You can charge to write it. Kind of the similar type of idea of what I've been saying about like you writing things. Literally, people pay a lot for that. It's high level skill, and then you don't even have to really have the skill. You just have to have the skill of how to tell the AI to do it for you. What it pays. All right, let me just re-say this. The job market is brutal. People spend weeks applying and getting ghosted. A well-formatted, personalized resume makes a real difference. You charge to write it, but it pays $50 to $150 per resume and $30 to $75 per cover letter. There's also variations you can do with resumes. So like you can write a general resume and you can upcharge more for doing specific resumes to specific types of jobs. Now, if you want to take it further, you can even help them apply to jobs and take screenshots and make sure that if they'll tell you what jobs to apply to. You screenshot, you go into the site, and that's actually you doing more legwork, but you can charge more for that. So you can literally charge just to get the resume. You can charge to actually go and do the job hunting for them. You figure out a good pricing on that, because the fact the person doesn't have a job, I don't know how much money they have to work with, so keep that in mind. So if you want to knock the price a little bit lower, keep that in mind. But just remember, you can have AI do that for free, so you're making money without having to do any effort. This one is really no brain work at all. You probably just read over the resume that they make to make sure there's no errors, which there probably isn't going to be. And then your legwork can be helping them apply to jobs, and you could charge by the day for that, by the way. Tell them you're going to apply to 10 jobs a day. And I don't know how much you want to charge for that, but what is applying to 10 jobs is going to take you could be as little as 30 minutes, could be as much as a few hours. I don't know. What do you want to charge? Like $5 to maybe $10 an hour? I don't know. Maybe more than that. You could charge up to $100 an hour. It depends on what their budget is, and it depends on how much you're doing, but these are things you can keep in mind now that you have access to something like this, where you don't even have to have the skill. You just have to know how to make it happen, and then give them the value, and then help them get more out of that value. So I'm telling you something you could do and add on and get paid for doing as well, which is helping them apply to jobs with their new resume. So now all they have to do is pick up their phone when they get a call back, or answer an email or answer a text message when they get an email or text back from the job that you applied to them for, which they paid you to do, right? You could literally be, if you built up a social media page or whatever to be marketing this job service, a resume service, and applying the job service, you could probably end up with so many clients that you literally don't have time to get to all of them every day. So you might have to even charge for people being on a waiting list, or people have to be on a waiting list to work with you. You could probably even charge higher because you're in demand, and you could literally just do this full time. You could literally full time apply to jobs for people and make crazy amounts of money if you have the time to do it. But if people talking about, people are talking about they don't want to work a job and make money online, if you can get the ball rolling with something like this and get a steady flow of clients, just make sure you also document, maybe take out the personal information, take out people's names and pictures, but document that you actually got people results. You can use those results to get further clients if there's anybody who might not believe whether or not you can get them a job or not. You can show them that you can with evidence, and then before you know it, you're probably making many hundreds of thousands a day just literally having AI make people resumes and then charging more to actually go and apply to the jobs for them, right? You could be spending the same amount of time you spend at a 9 to 5, you could spend doing that and make probably way more for that amount of time, right? If it's like a steady flow of clients, and you probably just have to grow on a social media platform to market that, right? Or you can, I don't know, maybe a freelancer website, you can offer that as well. I don't know. It's probably safer on social media. Some of these these freelancer websites, they only allow you to have one skill, and they keep track of who you are. So you can't just make a new account and they think you're somebody else with a different skill. Like you might. So I'm just giving you actual tips on how to apply some of these things if you decide to choose to do them based on things I'm speaking on in this video, because I have experience doing a lot of these things and I've put time and effort in, so I can actually give you free value on top of the free prompts you can get if you sign up for Promptify. And the fact that it's literally, once you get that info, whether you're on the free tier or you sign up for $9 a month, you're getting access to information where you're really doing nothing, and the amount of money you can make is ridiculous. Once you get the ball rolling and get clients, right? Which can also be easy. That's why I'm telling you how you can actually go about. I'm not just telling you what could happen. I'm telling you how you could do it. And you can go ahead and actually go ask AI. AI will tell you exactly what I told you. Because some of these things, I actually asked AI. Some of these things, I went and did it myself off of logically trying to figure out how to do some of these things after having many years of experience trying to do business. And then I go check with AI after, and AI would validate what I was saying, yeah, that was a good way to do it. Here's some changes you can make, or here's some things you can keep in mind based on how much time you have, how much effort you're willing to put in, based off of what type of results you're getting. They would give me some like different types of ideas to keep in mind, or maybe they might tell me to change something, but they said I had the right idea. So I'm telling you this as well, so you can apply it and you can have the right idea if you choose to do this and actually get success and results. A lot of people, when they show up and give you information, they'll tell you, I don't want to say blow things out of proportion. They can tell you about real stuff, but they'll leave out information about how to actually get there. Unless you fully buy into a course, and then that course now hand walks you through all the steps. You might end up hearing some things that you didn't really want to sign up for. You might hear that you might have to be spending crazy amounts of time doing outreach or crazy amounts of effort to actually land your first sale in something or get the actual results. But it's not a lie that you couldn't get it. It's not even a lie that you didn't actually know everything you need to know to get it. They didn't actually tell you some of the little things you are going to have to figure out, or some of the pathway you're going to have to go on before you get it. They can tell you what type of results you can get. They can even tell you how to get it, but they don't tell you that middle ground. I'm telling you the middle ground for free, just to help you. So by the time you sign up, you already have this in mind. Like, this is something that this is videos posted for free. You can look at this whenever you want and see that I actually told you some of the things you might have to look out for, and how to even go about it, whether you want to ask AI or just keep something in mind so that you don't even have to go and look up, okay, well, how can I even get the results now that I have the value? I'm telling you in the video before you even go ask that to AI. So when you go ask AI, AI will tell you what I said, give you variations of what I said, or even you can tell AI what I said and AI will say, that's a good idea. Here's some current updates on top of what you just mentioned that can help you for the results. So I'm helping give you a leg up. I'm giving you a booster pack. I'm giving you a head start. That's all I'm doing with this free value, right? Because I want to see you win. So I have a free tier and I'm also giving away stuff cheap. Want to see you win, basically. And I know you can. So I'm even explaining to you how. All right, let me just find where I was. I lost my place a little bit on following along where I was, what I was explaining. So, all right. So yeah. So what it pays $50 to $150 per resume and $30 to $75 per cover letter. You can also offer to help people apply to jobs as well, but you'd have to make sure you screenshot the proof and show that you actually did what you're going to do so they could pay you for that on a daily basis, literally, if you're going to go about it that route. How to start, you can post on, and here's me now talking about some of the stuff I was talking about. But there's other sites other than freelancer websites. So you could post on Reddit, you can post on Nextdoor, you can post on Craigslist, you can post on Fiverr. I did mention that. So I said freelancer website. You can post on students. You can post to students. You can post to recent grads and career changers. Career changers as well as your market. Another one is LinkedIn. So you can make a page just for that. If you really want to turn that into a service, you can make a LinkedIn page for that and try to, if you don't successfully market it there, you can at least create brand awareness there. So you could have your logo if you choose to have one. You can say what you do and make posts about it and try to connect with people who are looking for jobs on Craigslist. On LinkedIn. So yeah, LinkedIn is an option as well. What I was saying is, so the SEO, and sorry, I just had to stop the video real quick, but I'm back. So SEO on Google, let's say you're building up from multiple accounts. You're building up this exact service on multiple accounts. You can also have one building up on LinkedIn so that your overall SEO can ring up whenever someone types in your name. It's going to pop up more pages of you offering this service if you choose to grow it that much, right? Which can help you just pull more customers for literally helping them find jobs with less effort because they're finding you on Google when they type in job search or whatever. If you get that high that all you have to type in is job search, and your company that you use to help people apply to jobs can ring up. Maybe not that much, but maybe Job Finder, if someone typed in Job Finder or whatever, right? Something more specific to helping people find jobs. Job Connector, I don't know. So, but yeah, so here's the thing, right? Basically, all right. So I'll just say this: the resume builder prompt, which is the one I was just referring to, is inside Promptify. It takes someone's experience, industry, and target role and builds an ATS friendly optimized resume in minutes. Which means the ATS is a filter usually ran by AI that a resume can pass through at a job before it is even seen by a human, and that can just trash a resume or discard a resume before a human even sees it. So what happens is the AI, you understanding how to make these resumes with AI, or you just getting the prompts, can bypass that so that the person is way more likely to get fired because they made it past the first gates, which is the ATS filter, which is looking to see certain things, and AI AI knows what it's trying to see. So you can program AI to make sure that you bypass all those, right? So fourth method I'll talk about is prompt consulting play. Businesses are buying AI tools, but their teams don't know how to use them effectively. So this is where you come in. You virtually teach them and you show them what prompts to use, how to structure their workflows, and how to get real ROI from the tools that they're already paying for. You're aka doing like coaching and consulting for them, right? What it pays, you can pay $50 to $200 for an hour, and this is a new market, and rates are still rising because these people really want to know how to get the value out of something they already have, literally, because they paid for it already. And it's really just dead weight. Anything that they have that they can't use is really just dead weight, or it's actually a shortage because they paid for it and they can't actually get the use out of it. So you're teaching them how to, right? How to start. You position yourself as an AI productivity coach, post content showing what you know. This is literally what I'm doing right now. Doing coaching literally as I explain. I'm obviously talking about something, a service that I have at Promptify, which you can literally get for free, or you can do a $9 a month tier. But I'm also even giving further free information on how to actually get results out of the things I'm literally telling you in this video, right? Some of it's going to be completely free. Some of it, you don't need the $9 tier to access some of this stuff. So I'm doing free coaching, right? Giving you free value, teaching you, telling you exactly what you can do to make money doing something online for free. If that's some information you want to know, right? A lot of people want to know information like that. Well, here I am telling you it for free. And I'm telling you from experience, and you can ask AI if what I'm saying is correct, and AI will verify what I'm saying. And I'll put money on that. Go ask. Go ask. If I'm wrong, come back and say I'm a scammer and take a screenshot of what I said. Take a video of a part I said that was incorrect. Run it through AI, and then take a screenshot of AI saying that what I said was incorrect. And you go ahead and post it. I won't take it down. You have my word. Or you can just go see what I'm saying is real, and just be thankful that someone's not blowing hot air and trying to give you real info to help you. Someone actually wants to see you win. I'm sure many people do, but I do as well. And I'm telling you that. And I'm telling you that you can go prove that if you want. It's up to you if you want to prove it or not. Just ask AI if what I'm saying is correct. So, all right. So here's what I'm just going to re-say what I was just saying. So how to start, you position yourself as an AI productivity coach, post content showing what you know. This is literally what I'm doing right now. Book discovery calls and deliver in 60 to 90 minute sessions, right? Get paid for each session. Your credibility comes from knowing the prompts, and Promptify gives you the library. So you can literally ask Promptify how to do this properly, and then just regurgitate what Promptify is telling you. Even if that means you have to read a script, just get good at it so you understand what is being said and get paid that much money for just telling people the stuff that they don't know. And it's not their fault that they don't know it, so that's why they came to you to know it. And if they don't come to you, they're going to go find it somewhere else and pay someone else to hear that. So why not just let it be you being paid to know it, except that you didn't probably have to go spend as much time learning all this stuff as they did. You could learn it for free, literally, and then learn it for $9 a month, and now permanently have that information that you can just take down yourself. So you don't have to even stay subscribed and still have the info, and then you can just move on about your life, just making money because you have knowledge on how something works, right? Because that's really what coaching is. People just actually would know something so well that they'll just teach it and then get paid for literally showing up on camera and teaching it. Or maybe coaching in person, but it could literally be on camera. Through a Zoom chat, or you recording something, or you just being on FaceTime with somebody, just telling them the information they need to hear. And you can charge way higher for that as well. It depends on your package. If you're giving very high level information, you could literally book an hour call with somebody and then say, all right, we're going to do a weekly call or a certain amount of weekly calls per week for the rest of the month, and they pay you $1,000. And you have to just show up and answer whatever questions based on the topic that you already know this topic, and you already have all the access to all the information and answers, and you could just know it and jot it down and just read it off because you're reading them real information, and you get charged higher. It depends on how far you want to take it and how much time you want to dedicate. And if you want to actually make so much money doing this that you don't even need a job anymore because it's paying you way more for your time. Right. You just get more clients to make more, or have higher quality information to make more, right? But the quality of this does pay that much, right? So, all right. So the fifth method I'll talk about is selling AI prompt packs as digital packages. So what I'll say about this is, all right, let me just put it like this: selling AI prompt packs as digital products, or it could be packages, right? Kind of like what I was saying about the SaaS thing, but that software. This is just literally selling groups of prompts together for specific niches. So the play for this is you build a curated set of prompts for a specific audience. It could be real estate agents, fitness coaches, restaurant workers, blah, blah, blah. And you sell it as a PDF or a digital download. What it pays is $15 to $97 per purchase. And it's passive once you build it. So once you build it, just like these people who talk about selling ebooks, they'll say, oh, you create the ebook one time and then you probably promote it or run ads or whatever on social media or wherever you do that. And you build up volume, growing up social media pages, or if you have money for ads, it's really up to you how you want to market it. But you build up so much traffic and then you start getting people buying it. And what happens is whoever clicks, literally hundreds or thousands of people can click buy. And it's however much the price was. And you take out whatever taxes is from the platform you're selling it on, but you can literally find platforms that you can sell these things for free. So AI can tell you that. And I know this exists because I've done this before. So I'm just giving you, again, tips to help you make this easier for you. So you don't have to actually go and try to figure out these things yourself or type it in and read and research. I'm telling you, you can actually do this. So you can already know what to ask and just already get closer to the result, if not immediately at the result. So yeah, people can pay for like an ebook or a PDF file, whatever you have. And let's say it's $10 and 100 people buy it. Now you have 1,000. And it's passive because eventually you can have so much traffic flowing through that it's just hundreds of people a week. So thousands of dollars a week, guaranteed. As long as you keep traffic coming to that thing, right? And you can create more than one. It's up to you. You can create as many as you want, and then you just have to market each one. And then guess what? If it's literally thousands of people a week flowing to different ones, that's thousands of dollars you're making a week from each one. So if it's $5,000 coming from 3 different PDFs you created over the course of a few months, well, that's $15,000 a month. Who knows, right? Who knows how far you want to take and how far you're willing to market something, whether it's organic, which is free, which means you grow it on social media and you figure out how to grow a page on social media and market something, or you can use paid ads. And I suggest you do organic first so you can know something works before you bring in paid ads. You probably want to use paid ads after something's already working so that you can, because you know that you can gain traffic that will actually get money from this specific thing in a specific way. Yeah, now you can put money behind it and increase the traffic even more and make more money or whatever. So I'm giving you free advice again. I'm telling you how to actually get the most out of this. Because if you do ads first and you don't know what's going to happen, you could blow some money on it. And AI will tell you this as well. They'll tell you you're taking a risk if you blow money on ads and you don't even know maybe who to target with ads, which you could find out if you at least had some sales organically for free first. So I'm being honest and telling you a safe way to go about this and make money, right? if you're willing to do what it takes. Which can be all for free because you can just figure out what to do via the prompts that we give you, or we can tell you how to prompt, right? So yeah, basically what I'll say to finalize that, what I just said was what it pays, 15 to 97 per purchase. It's passive once built, can be sold on Gumroad or Etsy or your own site. You can literally create your own website. There's sites you can create where it's like $10 a month to keep it running. Or there's websites you can create where you pay maybe once a year to keep that domain name. So you literally own the site. You just need to figure out how to get traffic there. So maybe you grow viral pages on social media. You can figure out how to do, like I said, and then you put the link in the bio and then you funnel people there. Or maybe you make content about that niche and then you funnel people there. Or maybe you have blogs, or maybe you have whatever you do. You figure out how to get a bunch of eyeballs that some of them might not be for that thing, but it's helping grow the page in general. And some of them might be for that niche. And then you get all the eyeballs sent to that website. Whatever website it is, it doesn't have to be just a normal website. It could also be an Etsy store or a Gumroad store. And then boom, you're making money and people buy. So how to start, you pick a niche that you know. You don't even have to know it, to be honest, but it's better if you do know it. If you don't know it, you can just learn about it. You can actually ask AI to teach you about something so you can understand what you need to know about it, literally. But it is better if you know it, because it's less effort for you to actually even put out a good idea at all if you actually know what you're talking about. And you probably have experience with understanding what the niche wants and everything as well, right? So that shortcuts the process. But if you want to venture out in niches you don't know, that's not hard either. You just have to learn how that niche works and what it's about, right? So you can, let me just re-say this. How to start, pick a niche, build 20 to 30 prompts and create a clean PDF, and then you list it. The barrier is low. Most prompt packs on Gumroad make their first sale within days. Depends on what their marketing is, or they understand how to use that. You can ask AI how to do that, right? So I'm just letting you know it is possible. This is essentially what Promptify is. It's a membership version of this model. So literally what I'm telling you, you could do, I'm doing it here when I'm also marketing prompts in general, saying we can give you prompts for whatever, and telling you we can teach you the valuable information so that you can know how to do it yourself without us. So you don't even need us. You can now just go have the knowledge and be making money because you know how something works, right? In many different ways, as I just explained. So basically, all the prompts I mentioned, the blog authority writer, the content calendar generator, the resume builder, and more, are inside Promptify. The free tier gets you access to the starter library today. Pro is at $9 a month, and it gets you everything plus weekly new prompts, automation, workflows, and the private community. The link is in the description. Start for free. No credit card required. No card required at all. If this video helped, subscribe. I put out AI strategy and tutorials every week, and I'll see you in the next one.